Hotel Namaste uh, special edition. What I want to kind of do is go ahead and let all these individuals know, like as far as the finance and things of that nature, on this channel and how things are going to be working. And I just want to kind of send out some shots and some kudos to um, a couple of individuals that was responsible in helping us to be able to kind of like boost our credit up and our name credit and be able to help to actually show like what you can do with monetizing and the type of noise you can actually make with monetizing. It's a lot of responsibility, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely beneficial. We were able to do a lot of what we do through monetizing from the fact that um, the top officials and the top executives don't have paperwork as far as IDs that hold them to particular states. So many of us did partnership agreement with a lot of the Western states and things of that nature to be able to demonstrate what some of you call sovereignty and things of that nature, to be able to demonstrate those things without having paperwork. And I want to kind of send a shout out and let you guys know who, as far as for this next hand, and for people that aren't familiar with what's going on, we're having a big competition with the Super Bowl. I mean, the World Series as far as trading and things of that nature. To try to boost our credit up on this channel and to really make noise without necessarily using a lot of the fake artificial AI and stuff like that. We want to take this channel and make it wealthy without being fake and commercial. So when I say like wealthy, that doesn't mean you're going to see people coming on here with a bunch of suits and high level equipment. Actually pride myself in what's called natural film, believe it or not, and just throwing up videos essentially live and raw footage. I think that I get a lot better response from that. This is much more lucrative, put it that way. But Arizona did win, and as you guys know, in the beginning we had a lot of money invested in them. In the end, we had to actually play on the other side because of the financial situation. But that doesn't take away from the ownership that we acquired in them from working with. Definitely want to send our first shout out to Cincinnati Reds, the Golden Knights, and this guy right here. He's going to be the leader or the face that I'm promoting. Am I going to get him on this channel? I doubt it. I don't plan on sitting down and interviewing people. We have other people that do that. I actually have a child that I want to send a shout out to. I'm not going to mention his name, but he's really the one that will be working with the celebrities and things of that nature on his channel. Some people that really follow me heavy already know who my child is or whatever. He has a pretty expansive channel. It gets decent views and all of that, but he's going to be kind of like the face or the leader for the World Series as we make our investments into that. And the reason why I'm using him as the face for, or actually not using, but contracting him as the face for this, is because of the fact that I am in a scenario where I'm caught up into contracts from being so deep into spirituality to where I'm caught up in the contracts. And in these contracts, I have to sometimes play with multiple different teams. So a lot of times I'm not able to just sit there and just keep rooting for the same team like a fan or something, because I'm actually like in it. You know what I'm saying? So like I have to actually find people to sit in that position. Shout out to Cardi B, a bunch of people, that Nicki Minaj, a bunch of people that participated. Um, it helped us out some of them financially. Shout out to some of the smaller channels and things of that nature too as well. Um, we work with them heavily. Sister has a channel where she's showing you weapons and stuff like that. I want to send a shout out to her. I'm already subscribed to her. The first name of the channel was Yoki, I think Syrup. I want to send a shout out to her. A bunch of people that essentially helped out and just kind of explain what's going to happen in phase two. Because I mean, of course, we didn't know who was going to go to the World Series, but since our investment, the number one part of our investment, which was Arizona, since they're going into the World Series, I'm sure that many people are going to want to keep their money locked in with Arizona, and they're like, "What are you going to do?" Remember, I'm an actual. I consider myself an athlete, and I don't play in any sport. But don't ask why I'm certified in a certain martial arts craft to where I can be an athlete in sports without playing. Once a how or why is a part of our ranking. It's something that I was able to acquire, a major certificate I was able to acquire when I got into martial arts. So I'm able to actually contract myself physically with teams and give them credit. So that's what I do. So sometimes I might work with the opposite team, like I was doing actually when they won, believe it or not. I was working with the opposite team. I'm just keeping it real with you. You're like, why? You traded. It's like, nah, I don't identify with that. I work with the actual league itself. So I don't identify with I traded, I went from this to that. Like I'm an actual individual that works in sports, and we've talked about that before. So like that's why my situation or whatever is a little bit different. Like as far as just being a venture capitalist or somebody that speculates and makes investments from the outside looking in, that's not my scenario. I'm kind of like on the inside looking out, believe it or not. So with this, we're gonna have a bunch of special guests. Like I said, they won't make the channel, but people that we're working with, because I mean, you talk about a World Series, and I'm not rich and I'm not stupid. And you know that it's going to be a lot of money on the table. So of course, 13SIGNS Astrology is not the only entity. I just want to put that out there that has investments in Arizona. That's definitely something I want to put out there. I'm not the only game in town. I realize I'm not. I don't get the clicks and the views to be claiming any of that, but I did make a profit. Definitely excited about that. Did boost some name credit up. Definitely excited about that, and was able to show you what you can do with monetizing. Believe it or not, what you can do with monetizing without having paperwork and identification and things of that nature. And actually, that's the only way you're going to make it. Many people tried to compete against me and tried to start monetizing and things of that nature. In the end, and they're still doing it. And I feel like I won't be caught. You won't catch up with me because, especially with this win, because now I'm getting ready to move into something totally different. So I'm not really concerned with monetizing anymore. Like as far as how much did you make today, or how much did you monetize today? We made over $3,000. We counted out certain days every single day monetizing. So that's something that we've always done. But yeah, we're gonna have some special people that definitely got money and stuff like that, and views tied up into this, and an invested interest tied up into this. And that's what's going to be going on for the remainder of the World Series and our works with the World Series, and just being able to prove that to be a 5%er is what I consider myself. You don't have to be poor to be a 5%er. You really don't have to be poor. You can be a leader and a CEO and still be conscious. Those were things I wanted to prove. I wasn't really in this to win a bunch of money, to get a bunch of people to pat me on the back. And I feel like I was successful with it and able to demonstrate that. I wish I was a little bit more successful. I was definitely put down a lot. You guys seen that on the channel, ashamed about my appearance, and I still stuck in there with people that invested in with me and was able to take the win. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Of course, we'll be coming up with more spiritual topics now. However, it's my job to make sure that this becomes lucrative and to give you, I guess you could kind of say, like a receipt for people that did donate, so that you know what's going on with your money and you can still donate. And it's definitely very lucrative now if you do decide to do that, of course, because our credit has gone up. But you can still donate to that PayPal account, which is 13signsastrology@gmail.com. But just let people know we are focused 100% on raising a bunch of money. Got a lot of contracts. The money that we use and raise is just to keep us going from the fans or whatever, without having to ask the industry and the people that's high up in sports and in the film and things of that nature for money. I got a lot of film people I'm working with too, actually, but that's a whole nother story. But it's so that we don't have to ask them for finance and things of that nature. So that's why. So I appreciate you guys. You guys stay vigilant. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. Those people that are interested in any type of, again, spiritual services and financial services and things of that nature, we will be, after the World Series is over, increasing our visibility when it comes to doing readings and things of that nature. But right now, we had to actually get that in order and take care of that as far as this kind of like a hedge fund is what I'm calling it that we have going on with sports. And this was definitely a great stepping stone for us. So you guys stay vigilant. Thank you for coming out. Namaste.